Hey everyone, this is the facial Gua Sha video. I have been promising I'm going to turn off my pretty Christmas necklace, I think there, and probably have to take it off because it's going to get in the way. So this is my Merry Christmas little gift to everyone for hanging around, being there, getting through the last year for 2020. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. This is a little pick-me-up for everyone, and I hope that it helps you to feel good and feel a little bit better during the holidays and have some self-care time. So no more babbling, I'll get on with things. So what you're gonna need is, if you got one of these little Gua Sha tools from me, they're made of jade. And there are all kinds of other ones out there. You can get all kinds of sizes and shapes. Just for example, here's a little rose quartz one. Here's another jade one I have. So you can get all kinds of them. I started with this one. I like this one. It's pretty versatile and it works well for everything you need. But if you ever like lose it or break it and you're gonna grab another one online, any of those other shapes work well too. In fact, this one's really nice for like the jawline, that kind of thing. You know, you can make this one work for that too, just 2 strokes instead of 1. But anyway, the other things you're gonna need like a washcloth or a little towel or something to dry your hands, because your hands will get oily and slippery, and you do not want to drop these things because they break really easily and they shatter. And then you need another one. So this is pretty easy stuff. You're gonna also want some kind of like massage oil or lotion or something kind of on the oily, slippery side if you're using a lotion or a face cream. The other thing you can use is just like coconut oil from your kitchen, you know, the white hard stuff. Take about half a teaspoon, put it in the palm of your hand and rub it, and it'll melt, and then you can put that on your face. So I'm going to start with that, and please excuse me because I cannot see a thing anymore. So I'm doing this blind. That's how easy it is. You can do it blind. So I'm going to start by just rubbing a light coat of, I use fractionated coconut oil on my face. Or you can do this when you just get out of the shower or the bath in the morning. So then you're kind of damp and you put on like your morning face cream. And actually, like, if you're doing this properly, you should not really have any redness or soreness after. It's a very light, gentle thing. So once you do that, I like to start with opening up the neck, the throat, the chest, because as we know, we have lymph under our arms. So if you open up the lymph under your arms first, then any puffiness or fluids in your face that you are brushing out will have somewhere to go to naturally leave your body. So I just kind of do a few strokes down the neck, 5 or 6 maybe. And if you had a stiff neck, you could like really get in there and like scrape down your neck a bit. You might get red if you go hard, but if you have a stiff neck, like I have a stiff neck quite often, so you can do that if you want. You can use a little bit of therapy. On the throat, we go very gently because of course we have arteries in the throat. So I usually just take it on its side and scrape it down the throat. And with Gua Sha, you go about 3 to 5 times on any particular area, right? And you just brush that out, right? And then I go across the chest and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's on about a 45-degree angle. If you're having trouble keeping up, maybe just watch the whole video once through and then try going along with it, or just pause, right? And then I do the other side. So I'm going to do my neck 3 to 5 times, or a little bit more if I have a stiff neck. Just down the back of the neck and the side of the neck. And as long as you're like behind your ear here, then you're on you can feel it. Like if you move your head around like this, you'll feel there's a muscle there. It's called the scalene muscle. Then you don't have to worry about being so gentle. But once you get in front of your ear, that's where we have arteries and stuff. And you want to be a little more gentle. 3, 4. And you don't have to be really exact. You can see I'm kind of like all over the place, right? This is pretty easy stuff. And you know, everybody's body is shaped a little differently. I find I can take the fat end and put it sort of under my collarbone, but you can move it around however it fits you the best. 3, 4, 5. So now I've got my throat and my lymph all opened up and ready to go. So depending on the shape of your jaw, you might find it fits really well this way, or you might find this way, or you might find the skinny end works better for you. So experiment and see. I find I take it this way and I put the little Essie hook into my jaw and I go like right back into sort of like the corner and I sweep up and out. And on the face, we pretty much always want to go up and out, or out towards the ear at least. And I find like my chin sort of sits in this little divot. And if yours doesn't, if you need to like play around or find a way, then you play around. Maybe your chin's smaller than mine and you need to, you know, so you figure it out. And it's again about a 45-degree angle to my face. So I've done a few more there just because I'm showing you. And then we go to the other side. I like to do like kind of as I go up, do the whole, like I don't do just one side and then the other. I just go up. And you can do this much slower if you'd like to have a more relaxing session. You can kind of whip it really fast if you're in a rush in the morning getting ready for work or something. And chin, I'm gonna go this way. That seems to fit. I'm gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're getting red, you're going to see that I got a little redness, but it immediately goes away. And I have pretty fair, very sensitive, like reactive skin. Plus I've been wearing a mask for like the last 8 months. So my skin's not very happy on my chin. So, you know, I get red pretty easily. So I'm done there. And you're just going to work your way up, right? Kind of starting to make sense. Under the lip, I think this is going to fit pretty well. So, and again, I go and I kind of hook it under the cheekbone, you know? Hook it under 1. You can kind of get your lips in there too. Like, same thing this side. Some people actually will get it up into the hairline and wiggle it a bit. And you can look then, you know, at other videos. I have a hair on my toe. And see, you know, other techniques you might like to use or add to your routine. And this is the thing, even if you don't have time to do the whole routine, sometimes in the morning I just pick it up. Because when you first pick it up in the morning, it's cold, and put it under my eye, and then flip it to the other side where it's cold and put it under my eye. So sometimes if you wake up in the morning, you just have under eye bags. Just like 5 seconds each side will help alleviate the under eye bags. So that's cool. I find usually, you know, so working up the face, I find I go like, or you could try, yeah, sometimes this way fits. If I turn it this way, because I mean, it depends how big your cheekbones are and if it's comfortable. 4, 5. This is also, here's this thing too, like do a before and after selfie, because you will not believe how much this actually smooths and lifts your face. It's kind of fun. This is an area too, like if you have jaw pain, you can take the corner of this and just rub it around in little circles where your jaw pain is. Like that. I try to be even too. If I do one side, I always do the other. If you have sinus stuff, maybe just like gently wiggle it all around your sinuses where you have tight sinuses, you know, where the pain is. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And just always keeping an eye that, like, if your face starts to get red, that's a, you know, you can kind of wiggle, 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 wiggle all around. You know, if you have sinus pain up here, just like, you know, scrape it, wiggle it till the pain goes away. But, and then under the eyes, if you're like, okay, so I'm getting a little older now, darn it. My under eye skin's getting a little bit thin and soft and like, you know, so you can brace it with your other hand a little bit and go really easy under the eye. And you never want to be pressing on your actual eyeball. So just like really gently, you can brace that skin, because you don't want to pull it and tug it, because then you're actually stretching out the skin and probably creating bigger bags So go easy. And here, like, you know, we've been using about a 45. You can actually go almost completely flat to your face to keep it nice and gentle. And what some people do is they'll have a couple of these and keep one in the fridge, you know, just to keep it nice and cool, because the cool, soothing jade is actually part of what helps to alleviate the puffiness in your face. Now we're gonna go above and like sort of into the eye area here. You wanna make sure you're not pressing on your actual eyeball. You're keeping it up above on the bone here. So I find, usually I take the small end and kind of just hook it very carefully around my eyebrow bone. And again, I'm almost kind of flat to my face. However it works, right? There's not really any there. And then I'm going to do the other side. And hook it. And again, we're sort of going, I'm going to switch hands so you can see better. Out to the ears, right? Because the eustachian tubes and the ears, the throat glands in your throat, that's where we want any excess fluids. And especially if you're doing this for sinus, right? You want that to all go down into the throat to drain. Or if you're doing it for headaches, you know, you want to drain everything down into the natural channels of the body. And I'm almost done. I'm just going to do forehead. And like I was saying, like you could do this much slower. You can make it into more routine. I kind of find if I hold it with the skinny end, then this curve fits most people's foreheads as I bring it in. And then you're just going to go up to the hairline. And with the forehead, I just kind of go across my forehead, divided into little rows. And I go up to the hairline. You can go in your hairline if you want. You could scratch your head. They actually have some of these that have little comb teeth on them. So if you had headaches, you could like get into your head and do like a little massage on your head and kind of work out the tension in your scalp. I'm gonna look. And you can kind of fine tune it too. Like I always get a little poochy thing here. So sometimes I'll take a cool tool and just like hold it on there. And then encourage that puffiness, losing my hair, to go out in the temples. If you have like a headache in the temples, right, you take two of them and hold them, one on each side. And, you know, with they're nice and cool, it can help your headache. That's about it. And sometimes I like to do like one more little once over, like I'll just zoop. And if you have like the poochies down here, like do a little extra here. And then I like to do one more sort of really quick, just like in lymphatic drainage towards the underarms again. And that's it. Like this is easy. You can do this in like 5 minutes. While you're either getting ready for work in the morning or before you go to bed, or when you have a moment. Other than you might be a little bit oily, but you know, that's it. And do wash your tools and get the oil and the soap and all that stuff off of them, because the oils can break things down a bit, or plus they'll be really slippery. So the next time you go pick it up, you might drop it, and then it's history. So that's it. That is Jade Gua Sha for the face. And please experiment and have fun with that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy 2021, where things are going to get better, right? Awesome.